Hey everybody, this is Dave Tribbett here with a V3Connect Perks member interview. I'm super excited today to be here with Monte Bischoff, owner of PSI, so Payroll Specialties Incorporated, located here in Medford, Oregon. Super excited to be talking with you today. Could you talk to us a little bit about your background and your business, Monte?
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it very much. Like I said, I'm Monte Bischoff, owner of Payroll Specialties. We're a payroll processing company here based in Medford, Oregon since April of 1994.
Wow.
Started the business straight up out of college, graduated in 93, and took about a year to get everything in place, but got it up and running in April of 94. Currently married to a beautiful woman by the name of Danica for 26 years. Two lovely children, Haley, age 20, she's a sophomore in college up at Walla Walla University, and my youngest daughter, Emma, is a sophomore in high school at Rogue Valley Adventist Academy out by Jacksonville.
Wow, wonderful. I appreciate you sharing that. What inspired you to start in a type of business like payroll processing?
So, funny story, I started my junior year at college at a college down in the Bay Area called Pacific Union College, located in Angwin, California. And for all my life, I've been a race fan. I've driven race cars, gone to stock car races, and that college was having a career fair that fall. And I was walking around checking out the different booths, and there was a gentleman sitting behind a booth that was dressed in tennis shorts, a racing t-shirt, and flip-flops. So I was immediately drawn to the racing t-shirt, wondering, what does that guy do that he can dress like that and then run his own business? So turns out it was the developer of the software that we had started PSI with 26 years ago and just got off of last year. It's called Payroll Masters. They were based in Napa, California. Went to work for him. Didn't really work for him, just kind of interned with him for my last 2 years of college there. And I knew after talking with him that day that, hey, I want to start up a payroll service. So finished up my degree, met my wife the last week of college there at Pacific Union College, and her family's from this area. So they invited me to move up here, and within 6 months I worked out a deal with her father, Ed Lossman, to partner in PSI, and the rest is history.
Wow, amazing. Isn't that interesting how it's like these things just kind of align at certain times? What kind of race cars do you like to drive?
Well, I started out in a street stock, a 71 Dodge Charger back in Bismarck, North Dakota, when I was a junior in high school. My dad and I built that together. When we moved to California in 87, did some mini sprint car races, which is little sprint cars with motorcycle engines in them. Did that for a couple of years. And when I moved up here, got into the open wheel modifieds and did that for almost 15 years. Quit a couple years ago to just focus on family and my girls.
Wow. And so you said that you've done recently an upgrade. What was that about?
But 2.5 years ago, we decided to, just kind of look into the future and where we wanted to position PSI. Everything's gone to the cloud, for lack of a better word. It's all web-based, and we decided to make a change on our payroll platforms and discovered a company called iSolve, which is a web-based full HCM, human capital management software that has everything kind of integrated into it. So we made the decision at that time, after researching several other platforms, and decided to make that move. And we're projected to be 100% converted of our 1,000 plus clients by the end of the year. So
nice. So as far as the business and stuff goes, what are some of the advantages of the new iSolve software? What other things are added to that as a benefit to your clients?
Well, when we started Payroll Specialties, 26, 27 years ago, all clients were really looking for was payroll. That was it. So, the software that we had, that Paymaster software, took care of our needs for this long period of time. But, as technology has changed and people's needs have changed, now people are kind of looking for a one-stop shop where they have payroll, timekeeping, HR, benefits, employee background checks, pay-as-you-go workers' comp. And, we never really had systems in place with this old software to be able to do that, and kind of hence the reason for this move to the iSolve platform, where it is an all-inclusive platform. So it's going to kind of change our market that we can go after. We've been kind of limited before due to the lack of the capabilities of the older software to go after the larger businesses that needed, HR and needed benefits and,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the integrated stuff that they were looking for. So again,
Nice.
we're excited about where we're going, requiring us to be more educated and, learning the nuances of this new software. So, as time goes on, we're learning, like we're just delving into the benefits part of the software right now. And so a lot of good stuff coming. Within the next year, we'll be fully trained and ready to rock and roll.
Nice. And is this a stage migration where you migrate over their payroll first and then you train the different people
Yes.
on what the other systems and tools are?
Yes, absolutely. Payroll was, obviously the first aspect of getting them converted, and then starting to market and roll out the additional products and features that this software allows us to do. So
What motivates you day after day to keep providing, phenomenal service?
well, from the very beginning, we've been very customer service driven. Like you said, there's tons of options out there for processing your payroll, but what it comes down to is just that relationship that we build with our clients or try to build with our clients. Obviously, it's not a good fit for everybody, but we have a lot of traffic coming in and out of our building just because people like to stop in and put a face with a name. And that's kind of where we distinguish ourselves from the ADPs and the Paychecks and Ceridians, the big boys out there, is that we do have that one-on-one relationship. When a client calls in, we greet them by name because we know them. We've built that relationship with them. And we see them in the grocery stores. We see them at baseball games. And, we like that family feel. As we're growing, we are getting bigger, but, we want to maintain that one-on-one relationship with our clients.
Are there any early lessons that you could share with the audience that may inspire them to kind of follow the entrepreneurial path?
Yeah, I think no matter what path you go down, as far as the type of job you want to do for yourself or with yourself, at the end of the day, basically everybody just wants to feel appreciated and taken care of. So I just kind of, I've always been good with people. I'm not the smartest guy out in the world, but I've got a good grasp on, treating people with respect. My parents were very stern in, teaching their kids manners. So we grew up, handshakes, looking people in the eye and, saying, "Hey, I'm glad to meet you." And, so just kind of translated that over into my working credo and, building my business, Payroll Specialties, and with that customer service in mind. So, and like I said, people want to be taken care of. They want to know that you have their best interest at heart and will do anything for them. I was raised, the customer is always right.
With a world that's so driven by technology and all these little apps and stuff like that, I find that, it seems to work fine in my personal experience with a lot of technologies until you have a problem. But I know that you upgraded software, and I know that your focus is a little bit different with your clients and stuff like that. Why are those personal relationships in such a tech-driven world so important to you and what PSI does as a business?
Well, I think no matter how much the technology changes, people always want to be taken care of and always want that customer service. But at the same time, they do want changing technology. They want a single source login for everything from payroll to timekeeping to human resources to benefits. And we were just unable to provide that before with our other platforms. But now that we made this move to the iSolve platform, we're able to provide those additional products and services in a bundled package to our clients.
What are a couple of the other key features of the new software that you're excited about?
And it's just basically the full range of products that's associated with in running your business, from payroll to timekeeping to human resources to benefits. Having that suite of products all under one umbrella rather than going over here for timekeeping, going over here for payroll, going over here for human resource. With this new platform, we're able to bring it all under one roof and provide that suite of services to our clients.
Wonderful. What are as far as that suite of services, what has been one of those key pieces of the new features that your clients have liked the most or given you feedback on?
Probably the biggest thing and the biggest request we've gotten over the years is human resources, just a product where our clients can track, employer reviews, birthdays, date of hires, anniversary dates, trackable assets, reminders for training certificates that are coming up, just a place to store all that information and at a glance see what's available or what's coming up for an individual employee.
Right.
And then recently, the bigger clients are wanting more open enrollment involved in, the employee portal. So the employees can, when open enrollment opens up, and go and select which health insurance plans they want or which disability plans. So it's just, providing that extra tools to our bigger clients to make their jobs easier. So.
Wonderful. So when you said open enrollment, you actually have available for the companies. Is it companies they choose as far as their healthcare providers, or something that's provided through the software and they're able to tap into it through the software?
Both. So they choose, say for instance, regions. We'll plug in all their different type of health plans that they have with the different options. The employees can choose it. We actually even got a direct link with these carriers to where once the employee chooses it, it automatically uploads it to regions, and there's no paperwork the client has to fill. It's all done electronically. We're not there yet. That's one of the things in 2021 we're going to be rolling out, but in fact, we're getting ready to kind of be a test, have one of our larger clients wants to be the test pilot program for that benefit enrollment. So we're just starting with them here this next month.
That's phenomenal. So is this software, do you have like a huge server farm like some places, or is it cloud-based and encrypted, or what does this software look like?
So our service provider, or iSolved, it's all housed, in their different data centers located throughout the United States. So there's no equipment that we have to take care of other than our own individual PCs. So that's a huge blessing.
That's nice.
The Paymaster software that we'd been on for 26 years, we had to have software or hardware in place. So just one less thing to have to worry about.
With your business and stuff and whatnot overall, how is the relationship different with accommodating the different size of your clients and stuff like that? What is a small client? What is a larger client for you guys?
Well, I would say our average size client is in the 5 to 20 employee companies or in size employees. Our largest one has just a titch over 200 employees. The larger ones typically tend to want our software or want access to the software. So that's the beauty of this iSolve platform, is they have complete access to, if they want to just look at their reports online, they can, or we can give them full access to where they're entering employees, entering in the time, actually processing the payroll and viewing their reports before we finalize it and send the direct deposit to the banks and the tax payments to the agency. So lots of different options for a wide range of clients' needs.
What does that communication look like? Could they just call you up, and how has that changed in the way you do business and with all the stuff going on with COVID?
Yeah, well, with our old software, the Paymaster software, they could either call it in, fax it in, email it in, and we had to hand key everything. With the new payroll platform, they can access it themselves, or they can send us an Excel spreadsheet where we just upload directly into the software. So it has, given us the opportunity to give more options for our clients and how they access and process their own payrolls if they choose to. With COVID, definitely noticed, we never had to shut down at all here in Medford. None of our employees, got sick. We all been working here from day one since this whole virus has started. Eugene, I got several of my employees up there are moms. So when everything shut down, they had to kind of start working from home to take care of their kids. So we've changed the way we process up there. And I would say out of the 7 employees we have up there, only 2 of them are actually working physically in the office. Everybody's working from home. I got one employee that moved to North Dakota, so she's a remote employee, and then the others are working from home and taking care of their kids. But they don't really want to go back to coming into the office. So I think the business environment is changed in that we've all figured out ways to teleremote, or I don't know if that's telecommute, work from home. So up in Eugene, we're going to probably keep things that way, and they like that.
What is what regions do you offer your services in? Just Oregon? Because you said somebody was located in another place. Do you have clients all over the US, or what does that look like?
I would say 95% of our clients are West-based, Oregon, California, Washington. I don't ever want to be a nationwide company just because it kind of takes away from the small town, walk in the front door and visit your processor. We've got some clients that are located outside of those 3 states, but we don't market nationwide. We want to stay small town. Uh, there's plenty of business to.
And we have a lot of great organizations and charities and stuff. What do your community ties look like? Who do you like to support currently? What does that look like for you guys?
Probably the 2 biggest ones that we like to support is Addictions Recovery Center. They've been a client of ours for a long time, and we like to support those that support us. And Youth for Christ is another one that we've done some sponsorship of tournaments or golf tournaments with them. But probably the biggest one, Robert Haas invited me 3 or 4 years ago to a luncheon that they had, and just seeing what they were doing for the community and for the people with addictions was very impressive. And I've never had an addiction, so I don't understand addictions and how they work. But I've got a close friend that is fighting it, and so I appreciate what Addiction Recovery Center is doing here in the Valley, and so we've been trying to support. One of our goals for 2021 is to get our business more involved in the community, and my employees more involved in the community, because the community's been so great to us for these last 26 years, and it's time to start paying back. And so that's kind of on our list of things to do this next year is to get more involvement in the community.
You were talking about some of the silver lining, kind of serendipities or transitions during COVID of a home-based workforce and stuff, which is really interesting because we don't know what's going to happen with education. Could you take just a couple minutes and share some of those positive thoughts and like inspirational things, if you could, with the individuals that will watch this video that they may be able to use in their life, or maybe if they're thinking about starting a business or something along those lines?
Yeah, if you're thinking of starting a business, or wanting to know if entrepreneurial is the path that you want to go down, like I keep reiterating, people want to be taken care of. When you sell a product, back that product or service 100%. There's nothing that myself or my employees won't do for our clients. And I put together a program probably 8 years ago for my employees that anytime a client brought in appreciation gift, like a Starbucks or a Dutch Bros coffee or a basket of biscuits or whatever, that is worth a gold coin to the employee, and that each gold coin is worth 1 hour of paid time off.
Oh wow!
So we it's amazing how many gold coins I give out. It's great. It makes me happy because it cost me some time off, paid time off for the employees, but it just gives an incentive to the employees to take care of their clients and make sure their needs are being taken care of. So with this COVID thing, there's so much negativity going around, and it's just stay positive. I don't want to sound cliche. We hear this every day. We're all in this together, but we got to support each other, and we're going to get through this. I firmly believe that.
Absolutely agree. And it's one of those things that we need to come together as a community. I've been talking about monetary velocity, like shopping and doing business in the community and whatnot. And I like what you're saying about taking care of the customers, because it's like number one for Bezos. Amazon talks about that. How can a person who is interested in your services, how can they reach out to you, connect with you? What's your website? What's the best person to connect with their at PSI if they're looking at being a new client?
Yeah, go to our website, www.payrollspecialties.com, and click on About, and there's a Medford and a Eugene location icon that you can click on, and it'll just pull up a little questionnaire that you can fill out, and it'll send our sales team that email with your information, and you usually get a response within an hour from when that email is sent out. or you can call our office, 541-772-0100, and ask for Lane or Cynthia. And that's in our Medford location. In Eugene is 541-359-1214. And select Brent Wright, who is our sales manager up there.
Perfect. Thanks so much today, Monte, for your time. And I look forward to learning more about the software and everything that you guys have there as you roll those systems out. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Everybody, thank you for watching. Of course, this has been a V3Connect Perks member interview with Monte Bischoff of PSI Payroll Services Incorporated. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.